changes in public policy reflect some of the changes that we see in behaviors and in values. And why have our societal values changed? Well, Gallup has been asking the question since 1952. They ask, how important would you say religion is in your life? Very important, fairly important, or not very important? In 1952, 75% of Americans said very important. In 1970, this was down to 70%, and by 1976, this was down to only 52% said it was very important. And it was in this environment that Americans were slipping away from their belief that religion was very important that in 1973, the Supreme Court legalized abortion through a Roe v. Wade decision. During that era, a wave of court decisions and public policy began to ban biblical traditions from the public square. In 1962, prayer in public schools was banished. By 1965, we had sweeping new war on poverty welfare policies that displaced tradition and family with government subsidies. Another Gallup showed that 45% of American adults said having a baby outside of marriage was morally acceptable in 2001. By 2015, this was up to 61%, and by 2019, up to 64% of American adults said having a baby outside of marriage is morally acceptable. What seems to be clear is the collapse of family and marriage occurring in our nation is not occurring in a vacuum. Values are changing. And a lot of these changes in values are due to the replacement of biblical guidelines to guide us and to build social order and stability with public policy and laws rooted in secularism. Public policies that reward single living and out-of-marriage births and laws that increase divorce are not helping us build a civil and orderly society. So while our Congress is debating about how to sort through tough choices to get our nation from under its current economic and COVID-19 crises amidst a very testy presidential election, maybe we can do something. Perhaps there are a couple of things that we can consider personally to do to help reverse the trends against conjugal marriage and biblical morality. First, we can continue to teach our children and our grandchildren that marriage is good for both women and men. That to have someone special to care about and to be about your every move and your every decision is both endearing and it is a blessing from God. And second, we can vote for public policy makers who believe that children raised by married parents are not only more likely to have emotional and economic stability throughout their lives, but that these children will have stronger relationships with their fathers, which according to Proverbs 17:6, will carry them into a crown of glory as they enter into adulthood. I'm Star Parker. Thanks for joining me again here on Cure America, and I will see you next week.